Wednesday 1, Coventry 2. Few changes today from Danny Roll. And I've got to be honest, when I saw the team listed, I thought, well, alright, that. One or two changes I can understand. Let's have a quick look. 4 changes for Wednesday this afternoon against Coventry. First change, Beadle in goal in place of Cameron Dawson. Wednesday's back 4, Valentin, Bernard, Ahekwe and Johnson. Big Bambo dropping out. And a reshuffle in midfield. Josh Windass onto the right hand side for Masaba. Palmer and Volks into the centre. Gassama on the left. Barry Bannon operating as the advanced midfield player. And a change up top, Ashley Fletcher coming in for young Bailey Cadamarchi. Understandable changes there for me. Back forward especially, quite like Valentin. Frustrating. I always think I think he can always do a little bit more. I like him and he's got pace and tenacity, but I always think he can do a little bit more. But common sense to have him back in here. Pleased with centre halves. Bernard and Ahekwe, for me, they've got a bit two that we use going forward for the rest of the season. I like Big Bambo, but like I said, there's always a mistake in there. Midfield, good to see Will Volks back. Probably December, I would say we're playing at month for December. Certainly my playing at month. And Fletcher coming in up front, I can understand that. I know he's got a slag in tonight because he's not scored again. And it's going to sound stupid because strikers is always measured by goals, but I don't think he's been put in there to score goals, deft as that might sound. I think he's been brought in to do other things, and he does work hard, he does link play and try and bring people in. An almost impossible task this afternoon as he's been wrestled about from pillar to post, and none of it's been spotted. It's amazing it's not been spotted because absolutely everything else has been spotted by this unbelievable referee who, I don't think he just got eyes in front of his head. He must have like a visor that goes all the way around with one giant eye in it. He don't miss anything apart from absolutely blatant stuff. I'm not going to talk about him. Well, yeah, first couple of minutes, thought Wednesday started quite brightly, and there was one sign in first couple of minutes that would a forewarning of things to come. They got a little kid with a bit of a beard up front. He ran in and left a bit on Beadle. And then about 30 seconds he ran in and he left a bit more than him. And then about a minute after that, his shoulder barge Palmer blocked him off and which shouldered him face. The ref didn't see any of that, so yeah, that was like a sign of things to come. But yeah, I thought Wednesday started okay. I mean, it was scrappy. Our passing weren't brilliant. They were, but I thought we had little spells where final ball, little touches. I think that's the difference today that we're seeing is the quality. With close control with players and them little decision making. Our final ball slightly off or slightly behind man, they're off on a run and we're knocking it a yard behind them or whatever. A lot of their little touches and little balls around corner came off. That I'm going to call him Sheaf. They were Sheaf. Sheaf, good player him. Got from one end to other. One ball, linked it up well. Obviously, he scored a great goal later on, but very rarely give it away. Very rarely give it away. And I think that was the difference today between sides. But as I said, opening 10-15 minutes, thought Wednesday started well, thought we were in it. We had a really good breakdown right hand side at one bit, and Fletcher absolutely hauled to the floor. Unseen by referee. Who then threatens to book him for calling for decision. But yeah, decent start I thought. 17 minutes. The most bad offside decision I've seen for a long time. And there's a lot of terrible decisions in this division. There really is. I thought when we came up from third division last season, I generally thought, well, at least refereeing's going to be a bit better. Officiating's going to be a bit better. And I mean, some weeks you've got linesmen who won't do out. Ball goes in, play right in front of them. They won't put flag up which way it's going. They'll just look at ref who's 70 yards away. Well, what do you think? And then you got others who, none of them can keep up with play. But an offside on 17 minutes. I haven't seen an offside that bad since a game I was involved with years, about 20 years ago. We played at a place called Hayfield, and I pulled liner, and I went, that is shocking. And he actually admitted to me he didn't know offside rule as it stood. That it was as bad as that. It's worse, shocking. We got down right hand side again, about a couple of minutes after that horrendous offside decision. Windass got played it, lovely ball from Volks, first time ball, got Windass away, and a brilliant double block by Bidwell, left full back, blocked first and then got in block second one, put it out for a corner, good defending from him. And I would say it was a pretty even 20 minutes, half an hour. They got a bit more quality on ball, but Beadle's not had a save to make. Dale hadn't either. But scrappy. Pitch looked a bit cut, didn't it, today? Pitch looked like it was cutting a bit. I know we've had crap weather and that. I think there's been 9 yellow cards in this game, and no, it's 10 because he's booked a coach as well. He's booked Chris Powell, who were off bench. When Fletcher got wrestled to the floor. With rugby tackle. Was it a game where there should have been 9 yellow cards? I'm not sure. He were booking people for little taps, and yet blatant ones. Nowhere near. I mean, Volks, at end of first half and beginning of second half, has clearly whipped feet out from under 2 players, and he's not seen that. Blatant as out, not seen it. And then he'll spot something that nobody else in ground sees and pulls a card out. I think half of the cards have been for mouth, to be honest. And you have got to clamp down on mouth, but you're going to get mouth if you're making stuff up as you go along, aren't you? Which is what he were doing. Forget about him. Fourth official must have grassed on him. He says you're rubbish. That's because you are. He were absolutely wank. Wednesday had a good attack that left hand side. Marvin Johnson drove on, put a really delicious cross in. Brilliant cross. Windass were lurking behind, and Fletcher were just off that. So toured him there, and Kitchen did really well. Got across front and managed to put out for a corner. That good defending from him. In front of the cop there. And like I said, Wednesday, not clear cut, but then they'd not had a clear cut for all their little bit of extra quality on ball. Neither keepers really had their hands warmed. I think their best chance at first were probably about 32 minutes, to be honest. I don't know if he's a Japanese lad down right hand side. He did really well. Scooted down outside, drilled a fantastic crossing, and that Godden, he was sliding in, he couldn't get his toe end on it. He was probably too busy looking to see if anybody could foul or shoulder barge, and took his eye off ball. But yeah, first half a few chances, and in fact they take the lead. It's a fantastic goal, but it's individual quality from this Schaeff lad, because you wouldn't say they'd created a great opportunity. You would say he's made an opportunity or nothing. He's got ball. Bannon's come sliding in to try and block it. Even though Schaefer predominantly right-footed, he's cut back inside and is an absolutely brilliant shot. It's a fantastic strike and finish, and Beadle's got no chance with that. It's right in corner at net. It's a top quality goal. But you can't stop them. You can't stop them, but you've got to have the confidence to hit them, and you've got to have the awareness. You know, as ball comes in, he's aware that Bannon's coming in to block him. It turns into that, and it's a lovely, really gets his foot round it. It's a lovely goal. But again, it wasn't a clear-cut opportunity. It was a moment of quality from a really good player. And I thought it was a pretty even half. They edged it. They had a bit more at ball. Obviously, they're a better side. They're a well-established championship club. Good manager who knows what he's doing. In fact, I wanted Robin to get Wednesday job when he got boot years back now. Dave Jones. Well, I wanted us to get Robbins then. So he's done a really good job wherever he's been in, and managed in some difficult circumstances. Robbins, every club he's been at, there seems to have been some sort of drama off pitch going on that he's had to work around, but he's always done a good job. I mean, as it were, we get Stuart Gray temporary, didn't we? And then he did a great job with no money, didn't he? Stuart Gray, really. Yeah, I mean, some of it were, attritional to watch, but he got best out of what he got available. But yeah, I wanted Robbins then. He's got nothing to do out, has he? Yasama's got booked. He's their lad's gone for an header and fell over him and landed on the floor. He's got a free kick. I don't know why he's got a free kick. It's not a free kick. Someone jumps into your back and ends up falling over your shoulder. I don't see how that's your fault, but he gives a free kick. Yasama puts his arms up, sort of what's that for, and then he gets booked for his trouble. Terrible, absolutely terrible. And apparently he's been fast-tracked him. Well, maybe he needs to get off that fast track and get on reverse track and get back and referee some more games lower down, because that's appalling. Sometimes, and I don't mean this to be cruel, and referees have got an hard job, I know that, and you'll know what I mean. Some of you will know what I mean. Sometimes when a ref walks on pitch, and I'll say to me, mate, he's going to be shit. He's never played football, and because you can tell the way they walk. I know that sounds stupid. Don't matter what level it is either. Sunday League, whatever. They walk on, you think he's never played. You can tell where they walk. You can tell where the socks are. You can, honestly. You can tell. Never played game. Tell which kit, which shirts tucked in. You can tell which socks. You can tell where they run with their feet. Flat-footed, go and see a podiatrist, but whatever. But you can tell they haven't played. And they're the ones where you get... Now, I mean, Coventry's come away with more bookings than us today. And they've committed a lot of fouls today, Coventry, don't get me wrong. But the ones that were deserving a booking, he's not booked. I mean, Godden could have had about 4 or 5. No. Wednesday, Bannon's got booked for, I don't know. He's tried to take a quick free kick and then got booked. I'm getting ahead of me, said here. Second half, they're in more control than they were in first half. They've got that goal lead. They're using ball well. Palmer on their left-hand side, he's lively. He's got quality on ball. It was actually quite an interesting battle. That one of battles I quite enjoyed today, him against Valentin. I thought Valentin did a decent job against him because he got a bit of quality. Flashed one wide at far post on Cop. He just got a bit of outstep on it. But yeah, an interesting tussle, that one. Like I said, Valentin's one of them. I think there's a really good fullback in there. I just want to see a bit more from him. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, they were on top second half, moved ball well. But as I said, they're an established Championship club. We've got a good manager. There seems to be a bit of continuity there. I know they've lost a couple of players, lost Eamer to Pigs in some of them, what have you, but they're playing well. They're up in 6th. Had a good season last season. Clearly building on it again. Really good form coming into the game. And that's saying, we've played Southampton, who for me are a top 2 side. Then we've had Coventry, who playing really well, getting loads of good results. You can see quality they've got on pitch in different positions. And yet I don't think we got dominated, not in the way that's been made out since then. But yeah, they start second half well, used ball well. And I think that was the difference between the 2 sides today. I've heard some people saying Wednesday were terrible and whatever, but I don't think we're terrible. Loose with ball, not quite got that quality that they'd got. But we were in it. I thought we were always in it. And of course, then they got 2-0 up. I think we can get shape back quicker when we lose the ball. Beadle makes save. I think he's a bit unlucky with save because he saves it with his foot and it sort of flicks up onto his hand. If he doesn't hit his foot and it goes straight to his hand, I think he probably keeps holding it. I think he probably can get it in with big glove. If he just hits his foot and goes to the side, defenders there to hammer it away, but it's just one of them unlucky things. It hits his foot and then it's his hand, which palms it back out, and there lads in again. This is what I'm on about, the extra bit of quality. Okay, you can say, oh, but it's an easy finish from there. It's bobbled out. He's got in and just smashed it, laced it. But quality's about up here as well as, when you say quality footballer, people always think you mean, we've got good feet or whatever. But up there, he's gambled. That shot's gone in and he's gambled. Will it pop out to me? But we talked about this before with Wednesday about being first to react to things. And it's reacting in both boxes, isn't it? Reacting in your box, is my keeper going to save it? Is he going to keep hold of it? Yes or no? Well, I presume he's not going to keep hold of it, and I'll get in there to echo it away. Same in other boxes. Is their keeper going to hold it? But gamble. And he's gambled in there, got his second goal. And then they have a comfy little sort of 5-10 minute. Wednesday made triple changes. First look at Ugbo. I thought he were quite busy. He's actually involved in Wednesday's equaliser. The changes, Wednesday looked a bit better, I thought, after subs, but not. I mean, it weren't a change of shape, but it was a change of where we played people. But this is the one thing where I think Danny Rule maybe got it a little bit wrong today, is that and I've talked about this in videos before, every manager that's come in since he's been here has gone through that thing of, I'm going to push Barry Bannon right up there. And they all do it. Carlos did it, Dios did it, Monk did it. I don't think Publis did, because that was just 4-4-2 and get it in channel, weren't it? But they've all, Cisco. So, he pushed it to nth degree though, didn't he? Play further forward than centre forward. But Danny sort of fell into that trap today. And I think there was Scott. He could have played the same system with that same 11 players, but even after 5 minutes at first half, I'd have probably said, tell you what, Barry, you go in midfield with Will Volts. We'll push Windass into Oldham, or just push Liam Palmer out to the right hand side. Let Palmer link up with Valentin. Get Josh in that area where he is more natural. And get Baz in midfield, because for all, we could have nicked a point today. I think we could have nicked a point today. But for all that, and all extra little bit of quality that Coventry had, Wednesday were sloppy with ball. And one of the things you've got to do is get your best players on ball, your best passers on ball. And Barry Bannon being ahead of the ball just don't work for me. He were chasing about, trying to make it hard, putting him centre back, and you can never fault his work rate. But when plays in front of him, when he's got, you know, and he can get his head up and pick passes, that's where you get best from him. And when we made them changes in second half and he dropped deeper, Cadamartri come on down middle, Ugbo was sort of floating about him in that sort of deeper role, and Bannon dropped off a bit. He looked far better for it. They all experiment with Bannon, but I just think it's a bit much to be asking, you know, what is he, 34, 35, to be up there and chasing about and helping striker closing people down. I just think it's a bit much. Just get him, but we look different when he were in there. And hopefully that'll be the last time we see that. Odd. But they all try. 65 minutes, Gordon eventually gets booked for his 475th foul. This time he wipes Marvin Johnson out, and I think even this referee, you know, he got his cards out. Imagine, cold day today, and a number of times he got his card out of his pocket and probably using that friction to keep his hands warm, weren't he? So he eventually went in and booked Gordon. Appalling. When does he get a goal back? Really good wing play, Marvin Johnson. You know, drives on outside, beats his man, slows up, then goes again. Puts a lovely little flipper into back stick, and Ugbo gets up, heads it in, and then Masaba gets up on second head, tries his best to miss it, blimey. Fumbled back out, and Windass smashes it home. And then you're thinking, can we just keep going? Can we just nick something here at death? And like I said, for all their bit of extra quality on ball, and they had more possession probably in both halves, but second half, I think especially. I think, you know, we could have nicked a point. I really think we could have. A little half chance for Cadamartri with header. Should he do better? Probably. Good wing play again from Johnson. This time he's on right hand side. Gets past man, puts another lovely little flipper in there. Cadamartri gets up. Could probably do better, but their number 4, Thomas, he's done just enough to get him in ribs as he's going up for header. I think he's one of the few that didn't get booked today for both teams, that Thomas. But every time he fell over, he got a free kick. Is Thomas his surname or is that his first name? Because if his name had been Thomas Blackhouse, I wouldn't have been surprised, because he was like referee's lad, him. He was like referee's lad. Ref, any chance? Yeah, thanks. Everything. Absolutely everything. Yeah. So Cadamartri header, like I said, Thomas has done enough there just to barge him in ribs at moment of contact. I suppose you can say it's good defending, can't you, in some schools. They've brought that Sims on. He's a big unit, isn't he? He's a big unit. He come on, powerful lad. He got down inside to the left channel. I think he played a 1-2 with that Palmer. Cut inside, he flashed one across goal that had got Beadle on back pedal. I'm saying on back pedal, he come for it, then it was like, then he changed his mind, then he went by it, as it were, he was flashed wide. That could have made it 3-1 really, which would have made it safe for him. Yeah, scrappy from Wednesday. I don't think we were horrific, as some people say. I don't think we had the urgency that we've had in recent weeks. That tempo to play. And some passing was sloppy. Sometimes we're looking for a first time ball and it weren't making it for just not people taking that care with pass, you know. Just a little bit more care. Make sure it makes you ping your pass. I hate to see under it passes for the start. Ping them in there. But just take a bit of care with it. Just make sure you have that split second. Just have a look. Make sure he's still there for the start. Frustrated number of times somebody gets balled, they've seen somebody's there and they're like, all right, I'm gonna, and then they knock it. But they've run off. They've made a I've just not ball into an empty space. So plenty of that. That's frustrating. But we've lost to a side who were, like I said, a bit better than us today. I think it looks worse because other results have gone against us, you know. But I'm not going to cry about this result. Like I said, on another day, I think we probably get a point. And a point against these would have been an excellent point. Like I said, top 6, looking at playoffs. Good team, steady ship, good manager, some really good players. Yeah, I'd have took a point before the game. And overall, I don't think it would have been unflattering if we got one in terms of clear-cut chances. I don't think they had that many more than us for a bit of extra ball that they had. Oh God, I'd nearly forgot about that. 88 minutes. Marvin Johnson makes probably tackle at match. Really good, strong, iron ball, perfectly timed, absolutely perfectly timed. Brilliant slide tackle, free kick. I don't know what to say, really. Like I said, it weren't just against Wednesday. Like I said, they got a lad with their 14. He did a very good turn. He got wiped out by Volks at the beginning of the second half, and he just didn't see it, ref. He's 3 yards away, he didn't see it. He's had an absolute stinker. It's not affected the result, don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming the referee for the result at all. They're a better side than us at the minute, with some better quality players, and essentially games being decided by a quality player scoring 2 goals because of that bit of extra sort of vision. He's had vision to cut inside and kill that brilliant strike in first half. And he's had vision and sort of wherewithal to gamble on that shot popping out of our goalkeeper for second goal. So, you know, that little bit of quality's made difference and got Coventry 3 points today. So referee's not costing that sense. His decisions hadn't changed results at game. Let me put it that way. But he has been absolutely terrible, and I thought it actually ruined what could have been a better game. I thought it was pretty scrappy overall, but any flow to it that there might have been, I just thought he stopped just absolutely whistle happy. On whistle happy on small things, and then not seeing blatantly obvious things. But you get sick of talking about them, don't you? In summary, Coventry a good side, on a great run of form, established club, good manager, played better than us, used the ball better than us, but without dominating and without creating anything totally clear cut, to put them out of sight. Wednesday, same as Coventry really, 1 or 2 half chances, but our passing was sloppier than theirs. As I said, I think Danny, for the first time, I think he got that little bit right. I don't like to see Barry Bannon force that high up pitch. We're back to goal a lot of time and chasing shadows and doing dog after his stick bit up front. I think that's a waste of him. A 34-year-old ball player shouldn't be doing that job for me. Disappointing result, but I think it just showed where we are. It just showed that we need reinforcements. Look at players they got in middle at park who use the ball well. Eccles, Sheaf, Palmer, they use ball well. And we didn't use ball well enough today. And I think that would it, that extra little bit of quality in possession at ball, on one player. Like I said, but that extra little bit of nous that you don't always see. Man at match, it's tricky because it was a sloppy performance in terms of ball. I thought we defended okay in spells, block stuff. Thought Volks were alright first half. But really good first time ball to Windass at one point. He always gets stuck in. He always, amazingly, he's sort of one who's got away with it today with all cards flying about left, right, and centre. So he's left a couple in there. I thought he would alright. Volks. Fletcher put him centre about. He's never going to be a goal threat, but we never really created many goal threats today. So, plus he got an out from him. I think my man of the match would be Marvin Johnson. I think the best moments of quality we did have, because we didn't use ball well, but Johnson down left hand side, we set up for goal. They won it first half. He drilled one in for Windass, which were well cut out by is it Kitchen now, lad? It's won it second half. The chance of a Cadamartri that he carved open. I'd say Marvin Johnson had been man at match, and he's not even a natural fullback. So yeah, frustrating. Frustrating. Didn't expect out against Southampton. Didn't particularly expect out against Coventry, but I thought if we could get a point, that'd be a good result. And it would have been. Small margins, isn't it? Small margins. But that bit of quality's got them over the line, and that's where we are. What I would say today, looking at Coventry, is in terms of aspiration, I never thought I'd say this, but we should be aspiring to be what Coventry are. A club that's took root in this division, built them foundations, and then is knocking on door, and they've done it without going mad, spending balmy money. Good additions to the squad. They've let the manager do the job. And that's what we've got to do. We've heard talk this week with Danny Roll being frustrated and about having to persuade the chairman about players, which I don't like to go jumping in on stuff, and obviously things can be lost in translation. Danny's talking to us in his second language. And obviously when he's talking to the chairman, they're probably both talking to each other in a second language. So I don't want to leap in on that, but I do get a worrying feeling that somebody who's been involved in football all his life is really having to sort of beg for players, which is worrying, because he's doing a good job with players he's got. Albeit he's played Bannon too high up today, but overall he's getting a tune out of these players. As I said in the last video, he needs help. He needs support in market, and the idea of him having to persuade people who don't know about football that he knows what he needs and where they can get him is that's a little bit of a concern for me. But yeah, Coventry again next week in Cup. Do you know what? I won't be surprised if we beat him, because like I said, for clear-cut chances, I don't think there were much in it. Yeah, frustrating. It's just that last third, innit? Just final touch, final pass. Barry Bannon up there again. They all try it, don't they? I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is. They all try it. What was that? Was that messaging me at 3 in the morning? work. Jesus Christ.